We're not gonna get too hot in here because, as you may have noticed, I've got dragon eggs. Yes, they are fantastic. I'm so excited to have them. And if you would like to have your own, a good friend of ours makes them, and they are handmade. They can be customized for whatever you might like your little dragon to look like. And you can find it on Etsy under the store My Little Gargoyle. I hope you buy some. I've already got mine. I love Game of Thrones. And we got one more beer. Welcome back to BeerFork. I'm Melanie. So they just came out with another Game of Thrones beer this past March, and we went ahead and picked one up. It is called Seven Kingdoms, and it is a pale ale in the Belgian style. I am excited. Obviously, the other two that we had were really good. One of them, but I think that was more our fault than Ommegang's because we've already discussed the fact that they make really just very consistent, solid beers. So the label is a little bit different from what they had come out in September. So if you will give me just a second, I'm gonna read it to you. It says, of Westeros' 7 kingdoms, 6 were conquered and 1, indomitable, was brought in, not by war, but by the sacred blood ties of marriage. This traditional Belgian-style wheat ale is happily wed to citrusy, herbal American hops, yielding weedy maltiness and moderate bitterness with alluring fruit aromas and full hop flavors. So I'm looking for an awesome marriage between, you know, a Belgian wheat beer with some really good hops to go with it. Let's get into it. We'll be right back after we open it. Okay, so this is looking good. So if you guys recall the blonde ale, which was a very golden color, this one is not quite the same kind of golden. This is more like a straw yellow is how I would describe it. And it's actually kind of hazy, which I'm a little surprised about. You know, I've got this beautiful white head on top. It's got a great appearance to it in terms of a Belgian ale. But like I said, less golden than the blonde ale, but very pretty. And like I said, a little surprised by the haziness. I did not check to see if this one is also bottle conditioned, but it probably is. It goes with the whole, all the other ones were conditioned as well. Let's see what it smells like. I like that. I like that a lot. It's in the best kind of way boring because there was no surprises. It smells exactly the way I wanted it to. It smells like a really good wheat beer, but there's like this nice over, you know, like a layer on top of the hop. It is kind of perfect. Yes. And you know what I love about this so far? The smell of it, because, you know, not only are we getting into a new season of Game of Thrones, but obviously we're getting into spring as well. And this to me is going to be a great spring beer just for good drinking, you know, on your back porch. This is what this smells like. And I'd also like to point out, this is the lowest ABV, I think, of all of the beers in this series as well. Like, they really thought this through about, you know, what they should be making. The other ones came out in September. This one is coming out in March. Smells really good. Really what you would want this time of year. Let's drink it. I like it. It's a little bit more sour. I don't know how to, or bitter. Kind of an undecided which word I want to use than I was expecting. With it being a wheat beer, I was expecting a little bit more of a bready, yeasty flavor cut with the hop, but I think something has happened between the hops and the wheat to give us this slightly off something, but I haven't quite put my finger on it. I'm gonna lean towards saying it's slightly sour, because a lot of times when I drink something and it's bitter, it really kicks up those bitter taste buds in the back of your tongue, whereas this one, you know, the whole thing just has this sort of overcurrent of sour. And I think it's coming from the hops not quite melding with the wheat going on. I kind of like it, and I kind of don't. It's kind of like when I eat fish. Some people love to put lemon on their fish, but I can't stand when you put lemon on fish. Just leave the fish alone. It's kind of like that. Like, some people are gonna love the pairing and some people are gonna hate the pairing. I personally, I don't love it. It doesn't smell and taste the same, which happens with beers, but it kind of drives me a little bit crazy. I have not decided if I actually like this beer. I don't think I like it. I don't think I'm gonna pour it down the drain. No, I'm gonna drink it. I'd probably end up cooking with it. I think it would make a really good flavor addition to fish or asparagus, maybe even broccoli. Like, I could definitely cook with it, but I don't think I wanna drink it. Which makes me a little bit sad, because I like their beers otherwise, but this one's just not doing it for me. But who cares, because Game of Thrones is coming. Can't wait to see you next week. Thanks again for watching BeerFork. I'm Melanie. We would love for you to subscribe so you can continue checking out our beer reviews and see what we're drinking. If you've got something to say about this particular episode, please like or comment below. If you want to see more of what we're drinking off air, we're also on Untappd, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and they're all a little bit different. And if you want to watch more right now, check out these two episodes over here. We've got our most recent episode and a random episode just for you.